I think it was because the water was cold. I was holding on to the rail, and I was trying to ease myself. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man. And I slipped. And when I did, my back came down, hit the step, and pushed me forward into the pool. Y'all, that ruined my pool experience for a day. Everyone laughed at me and left me with horrible regrets of my time swimming that day. All because, if we're going to be honest, did I enter the pool the correct way?
No.
No, I shouldn't.
Just jump in.
Dive right in.
Dive right in, right? But here's the deal. When it comes to Scripture, there's a correct way to enter Scripture. If you enter it the wrong way, then it can end with you having some very bad interpretations of God. Some very bad interpretations of Scripture. And then in the end, you might actually go and teach somebody else this stuff, which might hurt their walk. So it's very important today. I want you to as you're going throughout Bible reading this week, just be thinking these things through. What's going on in the context, okay? All right, I'm going to hand over to Andrew. He's going to tell you how to put this stuff into practice.
Hey guys.
Hey.
So, if you guys, how many of you waited till the last moment to do last homework? Okay, all right. Yeah. You're probably not going to want to do this because I'll just get to you. Okay. First of all, first thing you're going to have to do is historical context. And what you guys are going to get to do, since there's a couple different ones you guys could do, is first from historical context, we have three choices, as you'll see. And you have to pick one of them. Yeah, you don't have to do all of them. You don't have to do two. One from each.
Yeah. Thank you. Y'all.
All right, so the first one, who wants to read the first assignment?
Number one.
Yeah, number one.
In the New Testament letter of Philemon, the Apostle Paul writes on behalf of the slave named, part of identifying the historical, cultural content of Philemon includes knowing something about the institution of slavery in the Greco-Roman world. Consult the web, Dell and I, the Bible, anything really that you can find information on slavery back in the New Testament time. Then type a page summary on the practice of slavery back in the New Testament time, not MLA style, though a whole page.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't fill up the whole page. Oh yeah, okay. Here's my name, and then here's me, and there's Dell and Andrew's name. Okay, so basically, when you first think about slavery, where does your mind go?
Oh yeah, African American.
Yeah, exactly. Probably wasn't the same back in that time. Do you think that's the same way slavery is today?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. It's not. It's more like sex slave trade. There's more slaves in America than there ever has been. And back then, it still was even different. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go into there, read Philemon, whatever you need to, and you're going to need to articulate to the class next time what slavery was like back then. Now you don't actually have to do that one if you don't want to. There's two more. You want to read number two?
Look up. Can you help me with that?
No, you have to try. Say it with confidence, so we think. There you go. If you say it with confidence, we won't know.
I got it. In the Old Testament, survey or introduction.
Introduction.
What did you say?
Introduction.
What did you say?
You said instruction. There you go. Go.
These are located often in Bibles and other things. And read what the author has to say by way of introduction, author, date, party, situation, purpose. Usually you have learned type of page summary on the historical setting of this prophetic book.
So basically what Dell's talking about, you're going to need to go into the history of it to actually understand it. So come to class being able to articulate what the history was like back when Haggai was wrote. that's how you pronounce it.
They're copies.
And number 3 is not exactly a lot of typing, but you're going to still have to do a lot of research. Who wants to read that one? 3?
Read Revelations 2 and 3 and list the 7 churches that received the letter. Next, print a map out of Asia Minor back in that time, and locate on the map the 7 churches. On your map, trace the route among the 7 churches that a messenger probably followed to deliver the letter. Finally, look up Revelations 3:14 through 22 and make a list of every historical cultural fact about Laodicea that you can find.
So if you don't want to write big old, if that's not how you do things, that might be one you want to do. You might have, yeah, but you're going to have to print out.
Monica is exempt from doing the last one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I just looked up and researched it. That has a game.
But anyway, yeah,
5.5.
I would prefer if
It's not.
I would prefer if people, not everyone did the same one. So does anyone? Okay, who wants to volunteer to do number 1? You want to do number 1? Who wants to do number 2? You want to do number 2? You'll do number 2?
I'll do number 2.
You'll do number 2. Okay. Number 3.
I'll do number 3.
Okay.
No, Ben, you can't copy me.
I'm not helping either of y'all.
I have a picture.
Do I already have it?
Remember, it's going to take a bit. It's probably going to take just as much research to do that. And when I say, notice I say above. Also, don't cheat. Why are you even in this class if you're going to cheat? So that doesn't mean go on the internet, find the route in which you took, and then copy it down and then show it to class. Try to come to class.
Don't get sassy with me.
See what I'm saying? Don't just copy the internet and bring it here. Try to actually
Or the picture of the Bible.
try to actually exercise what you're learning in this class. Okay. Literary context. You're gonna have to pick one of these 2. Who wants to read number 1?
I'll do it.
Oh, I want to do it.
Okay, yeah, you can do it. This is your birthday.
It's my birthday too.
Write a paragraph describing the passage surrounding context of the following passages: Acts 1:7-8 and 1 Corinthians 11:27 through 32. Paragraph for each. Don't get sassy with me.
That's the you want to read it.
Saying that I just said a paragraph for both.
Okay, so in Acts, has anyone ever read Acts?
We did them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so you know what the first part of Acts is about.
Sure.
Jesus has just died, and now, okay. Okay, and then number 2.
Yeah.
I'll read
It's
it.
going to sound like a lot,
I'll read it.
but okay, do number 2.
Read the book of Jonah. Not that big of a book. And identify how the book is divided into paragraph sections. Summarize the humanity of each section in a couple of sentences. And how Jonah 1:13-16 relates to the surrounding context.
Got all that?
Yes.
Jonah is like a couple pages long, so it's not a big deal.
Like, if we do get stuck with something, we'll have to like come to y'all.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
That's what it says in the directions.
But anyway, so who wants to do number 1? Who wants to make sure no one just picks? You'll
Wait
do
for
number
the second part.
Okay, who wants to do number 2?
Sure.
You'll do number 2. Okay.
I'm doing it.
Okay. All right.